everybody. How you doing? I am Artie Rose, and I welcome you back to the channel. And good to have you here. And this is the Artie Rich video channel, as you can see. And we are doing our baseball simulation, greatest of all time baseball league, set up in Out of the Park Baseball 27. And this is episode 7, and we are in season 4, and we are in the playoffs going to round 2. There's 3 rounds of playoffs, 7-game series leading up to the championship, the World Series. And so far it's been pretty interesting to watch the season results unfold, and the first round of the playoffs had some interesting results. So let's go right to the game screen and explain some of the scenarios that we are looking at in round 2 of the playoffs. So here we are. So the matchups for round 2 are the 1986 Mets and the 1984 Tigers. The Mets were the number 1 seed after playing a season of 156 games against the other 31 teams that qualified for the greatest of all time in this simulation. I'm going to show you the standings. 32 teams broken up into 4 18 divisions. Here's the New York Mets on top of the National Conference. Won 95 games, lost 61. The Cardinals were the number 1 seed in the American Conference. The 1939 Yankees were the number 1 seed in the United Conference, and in the Freedom Conference, the 1994 Expos were the number 1 seed. So the top 8 seeds consisted of the first and second place teams of each division. So those were the top 8 seeds. And then a wild card for the next 8, so 16 teams out of 32 went into the playoffs. Out of the top 8 seeds, I think only 3 made it in. Yeah. The Mets made it in. The 84 Tigers and the 2004 Red Sox made it past round 1. So all these other teams got eliminated by the bottom 8 teams. So, as you can see, if we go to the playoff tree, I can show you here. 1942 Cardinals went 7 games and lost to the 1954 Indians. So now we have 1995 Indians beat the 1998 Yankees. So you have the 2 Cleveland teams facing each other in round 2. 2004 Red Sox beat the 1969 Orioles. And this is the upset. The Yankees, who I think were the number 3 seed. Let's see. They were the number 2 seed, the Yankees. Lost to the Philadelphia Athletics of 1931. So they're going to face the Red Sox in round 2. The number 1 seed Mets beat the Reds, so they're in it. 1984 Tigers were the number 8 seed, beat the Rangers, who I think the Rangers were, or they were the number 9 seed. So So the 84 Tigers playing the Mets here, round 2. The other Tigers team, 1968, beat the Astros, who were in the top 8. And the 1909 Pirates beat the Expos. The Expos were the number 7 seed. And the Pirates were 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 seed. 1909 Pirates were the 13 seed. So those are the matchups for round 2. You have 2 Detroit teams, 2 Cleveland teams in it. So that's another interesting factor. Anyway, so those are the matchups. We're going to go to the this screen here. Let's go to some scores. Everything starts tomorrow, I believe. This starts tomorrow, this starts tomorrow, and this starts tomorrow. So let's finish today, and then we have the scores and 4 games in round 2. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to bring you game 1. Be right back. Okay, we are back. And as I said before the break, we have 4 games for round 2. And the first one up today is 1909 Pirates in Detroit to face the 1968 Tigers. On the mound for the Pirates, Babe Adams, who in the regular season was 15-10. He'll be going up against Denny McLain, who was the last 30-game winner the Major Leagues has ever seen. So, and he was 12-10 on the regular season. So, as we usually do, we're going to quick play these games and see how the series all progress. So here's the first game, and the Pirates of 1909 win the first game 5-2. Home runs by Fred Clark, and for Detroit, Willie Horton. 6th home run in the playoffs. In round 1, he had 6 home runs. That's crazy. Regular season, he had 53. Anyway, going to game 2 here. Philadelphia Athletics of 1931 and the 2004 Red Sox. Lefty Grove on the mound for the Athletics and Pedro Martinez for the 2004 Red Sox. So this game goes to the Red Sox, a one-hit shutout. It looks like Martinez went the distance, gave up only one hit, struck out 9. Lefty Grove also went the distance, gave up 4 runs. So a pitcher's duel of sorts. And the Red Sox take a 1-0 game lead in round 2 here. Third game up, the matchup, the battle for the Cleveland 1954 Indians versus the 95 Indians. The 95 Indians are the home team. They started off. Early win on the mound for 1954, and Mark Clark going for 1995. And this game goes to 1995 Indians, 8-5. For 1954 Indians, home runs by Larry Doby and Al Rosen. From the 1995 team, Brian Giles, Jim Tomei, and Manny Ramirez. So 1995 Indians take a 1-0 lead. The last game up for today is 1984 Tigers against the number 1 seed New York Mets of 1986. For the Tigers, Randy O'Neal on the mound and Sid Fernandez for the Mets. And this game goes to the Tigers, a blowout, 16-7. Home runs, Lance Parrish, Johnny Grubb, and Kirk Gibson. For the Mets, Howard Johnson. So that is game 1. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll bring you game 2. Okay, we're back and ready for game 2. First game up, 1909 Pirates will lead this series 1-0 over the 1968 Tigers. Howie Kamnitz is on the mound for the Pirates and Earl Wilson for the Tigers. This game we played, and the Pirates now take a 2-0 lead. They win in Detroit the first 2 games. 13-5 is the score. Pittsburgh home runs, Ed Abaticchio, Tommy Leach, Owen Wilson, George Gibson, and Honus Wagner. Detroit home run by Bill Freehan. So we move on here to game 2. Athletics of 1931 against the Red Sox of 2004. Red Sox won Game 1. Eddie Rommel is on the mound for the Philadelphia, and Curt Schilling for the Red Sox. And with this game we played, and this one goes to the Red Sox. So the Red Sox jump out to a 2-0 lead. They win 12-2. Home runs for the Red Sox: Jason Varitek, David Ortiz, Johnny Damon, and Manny Ramirez had a pair of home runs. Okay, so we move on to the Cleveland matchup. 54 Indians and 1995 Indians. On the mound for 1954, Bob Feller, and Al B. Lopez for the 1995 team. This one goes 10 innings. And the 1954 Indians score 2 in the top of the 10th and even the series at 1. They win 9-7. Home runs by 1954, Bobby Avila, Wally Westlake, Larry Doby, Luke Easter. Brian Giles for the 95 team, Jim Tomei had home runs. So that one's tied at 1. And the Tigers of 1984, who took Game 1 in Shea Stadium against the 1986 Mets. On the mound for the Tigers are Roger Mason and Bobby Ojeda for the Mets. And this game goes, again, a decisive 12-5 win for the 1984 Tigers. So they take the first 2 games in New York. Home runs: Lance Parrish, Howard Johnson. Howard Johnson was on that team. Wow. Okay. Kirk Gibson and Barbaro Garby. For the Mets, Tim Tuffle had a home run. So now the Mets, the number 1 seed, have their work cut out for them. Going to have to come back from a 2-0 deficit here. So that is game number 2. We're going to have a travel day, and now these series turn around, and 1968 Tigers are in Pittsburgh for Game 3. Red Sox of 2004 are in Philadelphia for Game 3. 1995 Indians are now the visiting team in Game 3 in the Cleveland series, and the Mets go to Detroit to try to come back from a 2-0 deficit in Game 3. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back with Game 3. Okay, we are back And we're going to bring you now game 3 of these 4 matchups in round 2 of the playoffs for season 4, GLB. So we are in the first game. We're in Pittsburgh now. Pittsburgh Pirates of 1909 lead this series 2-1 over the 1968 Tigers. Mickey Lolich is on the mound for the Tigers and Vic Willis for the Pirates. We play this game and Pittsburgh loses 4-3. So the Tigers avoid a sweep. And now Pittsburgh leads 2-1. Home runs by Al Kaline and Willie Horton for the Tigers. Ed Abaticchio and Owen Wilson for the Pirates. 2004 Red Sox have a 2-0 lead over the Philadelphia Athletics of 1931. Game 3 were in Philadelphia. Bronson Arroyo for the pitching for the Red Sox and George Earnshaw for the Athletics. Quick play this game and the Athletics pull out a win. Bottom of the 10th, walk-off victory for the Athletics, 6-5. Boston home runs. Kevin Millar had 2 home runs, and Johnny Damon had a home run. That looked like that was an exciting game. The battle for the Cleveland Indians. 1995 Indians and the 1954 Indians. The series is tied at 1. Chad Ogia on the mound for the 95 Indians and Mike Garcia for the 54 Indians. Let us quick play this game. And the 1954 Indians now pull out in front 2-1 with a 4-1 victory. Omar Vizquel homering for the 95 Indians, Wally Westlake, and Joe Ginsberg for the 1954 Indians. And last matchup we have, the Detroit Tigers and the 1986 Mets. The Detroit Tigers have a 2-0 lead here. They won the first 2 games at Shea Stadium. And pitching for the Mets, it's Dwight Gooden and Jack Morris for the 1984 Tigers. And this game goes to the Tigers, 4-3. And now the Tigers have a 3-0 lead, threatening a sweep here against the 1986 Mets, who are the number 1 seed this season. So that's pretty interesting. Let us finish today, and we go now to game 4. We're going to take a quick break first, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. And we're going to bring you now here game 4 of the 4 matchups. We have the Tigers up first, the 1968 Tigers against the 1909 Pirates. Game 4, Pittsburgh leads 2-1. John Hiller on the mound for the Tigers and Sam Frock for the Pirates. Quick play this game, and the Pirates win 9-5 and pull out in front now 3-1. Eddie Matthews homers for Detroit, and Terry Leach and Honus Wagner homer for the Pirates. Moving on here to the Boston Red Sox of 2004 and the 1931 Athletics. Byung Kim pitching for the Red Sox and Rube Wahlberg for the Athletics. Boston leads the series 2-1. And this game is now tied as Philadelphia pounces the Red Sox 15-5. Trot Nixon homers for the Red Sox along with Johnny Damon and Manny Ramirez. Home runs for the Athletics: Eric McNair, Phil Tote, and Jimmy Fox, Bing Miller, and Max Bishop. Wow, 5 homers for the Athletics. So that series is tied at 2. Moving on to the Indians of 1995 and the Indians of 1954. The 54 Indians are ahead 2-1. Charles Nagy will be on the mound for the 95 Indians, and Bob Lemon will be on the mound for the 54 Indians. And this game goes to the 1954 Indians, 7-1. Brian Giles homers for 95. Larry Doby and Al Rosen homer for the 54 team. And finally, we have the 1986 Mets, who trailed the Detroit Tigers of 1984 3-0. They are threatening to sweep the number 1 seed Mets. Ron Darling on the mound for the Mets, Milt Wilcox for the Tigers. And this game, finally, the Mets break out here with a 13-4 victory over the Tigers and they avoid the sweep and force a game 5. Darryl Strawberry, Gary Carter, and Keith Hernandez all homer for the Mets. Okay, so it finished today. And now this is game 5. Two series could be decided today. Actually, 3 series out of the 4 could be decided today. The first one up, of course, is the Detroit Tigers of 1968 and the Pirates of 1909. Denny McLain on the mound. He's 0 for 3 in the playoffs with a 7.06 ERA. Babe Adams, a 1-0 record in the playoffs with a 1.93 ERA for the Pirates. And this game goes to the Pittsburgh Pirates, 6-4, and they win the series and advance to the finals. Eddie Matthews homers for the Tigers, for the Fred Clark, and Dots Miller homer for the Pirates. So that's an upset, because I believe that the Tigers were higher ranked. Let's look. The Tigers, the 90. They were pretty even. They were pretty even. This was 16, 15, 14, 13, and 12. They were 13 and 12. So, but the Tigers were ranked a little higher. So that is an upset. Okay, next game up. Red Sox and Athletics tied at 2. Pedro Martinez on the mound for the Red Sox in 2004, and Lefty Grove goes for the Athletics of 1931. This game goes to Boston, 5-3. So Boston regains the lead 3-2. Home runs, Boston. Mark Bellhorn had a pair of home runs, and Manny Ramirez had a home run. Next up, Cleveland Indians 1995 and 1954 Cleveland. Cleveland 1954 hoping to advance. They lead 3-1. Mark Clark on the mound for the Indians of 95, and Early Wynn on the mound for the 1954 team. And this game is, a walk-off victory in the bottom of the ninth for the 1954 Indians, and they advance to the finals. Al Rosen hits a home run. I wonder if it was a walk-off home run. We'll have to check it out. So there you go. So we have 2 matchups decided here. And here we go. 1986 Mets scratching to stay in it. They forced the Game 5 last game by winning. Sid Fernandez on the mound for the Mets and Randy O'Neal for the Tigers of 1984. And who's going to win this right now is Detroit. Another walk-off victory in the bottom of the ninth over the Mets. So the Detroit Tigers of 1984 advance. So 3 teams out of the 4 teams, 3 teams out of the 8 remaining teams advance. 1909 Pirates, 1954 Indians, and 1984 Tigers all advance. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to have a travel day, and then Game 6 of the last remaining matchup right after this break. Be right back. Okay, we are back, and we have 1 game remaining to be decided. Philadelphia Athletics travel now to Boston. They are trying to stay alive. Boston leads 3-2. Eddie Rommel on the mound for the the Athletics, and Kurt Schilling for the Red Sox. I'm wondering if we should just bring you this game. Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should bring you this game as the game of the episode. So maybe we'll go back and look at some highlights here. And then we'll come back with that game as the game of the episode. Let's see. Maybe we'll just play this game and then bring you highlights. Let's see. We're gonna quick play it, and we go to Game 7 as the Athletics win 14-4, scoring 6 runs in the 9th inning. So now we go to Game 7 in Boston tomorrow. Home runs by Al Simmons. He had 3 home runs. Mickey Cochran had a home run, and for the Red Sox, Trot Nixon had a home run. So there we go. The only series that goes 7 games. And these gritty Philadelphia Athletics of 1931 forced Game 7 in the first round against the Yankees of 1939. And let me get back here now. And now they force a Game 7 against the 2004 Red Sox. They are certainly the Cinderella team of this season. They were ranked. Let me see what their ranking was. Let's see. Go back here. If I can open this up. Standings, wild cards, Athletics. Number 15 seed. They beat the Yankees, who were the number 2 seed, and now the Red Sox, who were the number 7 seed. So they are a scrappy team. That is very interesting to me. So we're going to go back to this screen here. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to bring you this game as the featured game of the episode. So we will be right back to give you this game. Okay, so we are back, and we're going to bring you the featured game of the episode. 1931 Athletics against the Boston Red Sox of 2004. Game 7 of round 1. The winner of this advances to the Final 4 of the tournament. Hold on, this is where we are. Okay. Series are tied at 3. Why isn't this going to let me do? Where are we? Oh, we're on October 6th. Okay. There we go. Okay, had to figure out where I was. Okay, so we're going to manage this game. Actually, just watch the game. We're not going to manage it. AI is going to manage it. These are the lineups. The visiting Athletics of 1931 George Earnshaw is the pitcher. In the regular season, he was 14-12 with a 5.64 ERA. He's going against Bronson Arroyo, who in the regular season had an 18-6 record with a 3.93 ERA. Lineup for the Athletics: Bing Miller, right fielder, leading off. Bat second, Mule Haas, the center fielder. Batting third, Al Simmons, left fielder. Jimmy Fox at first base, batting fourth. Mickey Cochran, the catcher, batting fifth. Jimmy Dykes at third base, batting sixth. Max Bishop at second base, batting seventh. Eric McNair, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Eddie Rommel, the DH, batting ninth. Eddie Rommel is actually a pitcher. So he was one of the better hitting pitchers in the league. So he's a two-way player. So let us start this game. Let me make sure my... let's turn this down just a little bit. Okay. So Bing Miller against Bronson Arroyo. We're here at Fenway Park. Pitch. And that's going to be a base hit to left field for Bing Miller. What is the weather? What is the weather? All right, so we have Mule Haas. Mule Haas bat 207 in the playoffs. In the regular season, he batted 302 with 26 home runs. Here's the pitch from Arroyo. And that's going to be a base hit to right field. 2 consecutive singles. And Bing Miller goes to third on that hit. So nobody out, 2 men on. For Al Simmons. Al Simmons got 6 home runs, batting .357 in the postseason. In the regular season, he had 44 home runs and batted .320. Now this lineup is pretty powerful for the Athletics. His pitch. And gets away from the catcher. Wild pitch. And Miller scores. So it's 1-0 now in the first. Nobody out. Man on second. Here's the pitch to Simmons. And there is in the corner, it is a single. And Haas goes to third, doesn't try to score on that single in the corner. So nobody out. First and third for Jimmy Fox. Fox has 6 home runs in the postseason. And on the regular season, he hit 62. Here's the pitch from Arroyo. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first out. Mickey Cochran, the catcher. Regular season, Cochran batted .307 with 28 home runs. The pitch. Fly ball. Right field. Trot Nixon makes the catch. That's the second out. So now 2 outs for Jimmy Dykes. Pitch. Fly ball. Center field. Johnny Damon makes the catch, and that ends the inning. But Athletics score a run on 3 hits. There were no errors, and they leave 2 runners on. We go to the bottom of the first with the score 1-0 Athletics. Batting order for the Red Sox. Johnny Damon leads off, the center fielder. Norm Garcia-Parra, the shortstop, bats second. Big Papi David Ortiz, the designated hitter, bats third. Manny Ramirez in left field, batting fourth. Trot Nixon, the right fielder, batting fifth. Jason Veritek, the catcher, bats sixth. Kevin Millar at first base, batting seventh. Bill Muller, third baseman, batting eighth. And Mark Bellhorn, the second baseman, batting ninth, against George Earnshaw. Earnshaw in the playoffs, 1-1 record. He's pitched 23 innings with a 3.13 ERA. 19 strikeouts in 23 innings. So here we go. Johnny Damon leads off. Pitch. Fly ball that is caught on the warning track. Al Simmons makes the catch for the first down. Norm Garcia-Parra. Garcia-Parra's got 15 hits, 46 at bats for a 3.26 ERA. I mean, a 326 batting average. Excuse me. Here's the pitch. And a called strike 3 for the second out. David Ortiz, 13 hits in 41 at bats for a 317 average, 3 home runs. Here's the pitch to Ortiz. Little nubber in front of the plate, catcher takes it, throws him out to end the inning. So, no runs on no hits, nobody left on. And at the end of one, the 1931 Athletics have a 1-0 lead over the Red Sox of 2004. Okay, second inning. Max Bishop. Bishop's got 11 hits in 41 at bats. That's good for a 268 average. Here's the pitch from Arroyo. Ground ball, shortstop. Bishop is out. Eric McNair steps in. He's got only 10 hits and 49 at bats. Here's the pitch. And that's a base hit to right field. McNair. So, 1 out, 1 man on. Batter's going to be Eddie Rommel. Rommel's got 5 hits and 33 at bats for a measly 152 average. The pitch. Ground ball, third base. Over to first, and they get him. 2 outs. Bing Miller led off the game with a base hit in the first inning and scored a run. Here's the pitch. Long fly ball, left field, but Ramirez is there, makes the catch, and retires the side. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on for Philadelphia, and the score is still the Athletics of 1931 1 and the Red Sox of 2004 0. Bottom of the second, Manny Ramirez, the left fielder, steps in. He is 10 for 39, with 5 of those 10 hits being home runs. Here's the pitch from Earnshaw. Whoa, long fly ball. Left field, green monster, and it's gone. Manny Ramirez ties the game with a home run here at the bottom of the second inning. For 1-1 score, nobody out, Trot Nixon, 10 for 41, with 3 of those 10 hits being home runs. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball, line drive, base hit into center field for Trot Nixon. So, man on first, nobody out for Jason Varitek, the catcher. Varitek, just 5 hits and 42 at-bats. Here's the pitch, and it's a bunt. And it will be a successful sacrifice bunt as they get Varitek at first, and Nixon goes to second. So, man on second, 1 out for Kevin Millar. Kevin Millar is 11 for 39. The pitch popped up. Second baseman Bishop takes it, makes the catch, and that's 2 outs. Bill Muller, third baseman, 12 hits and 39 at-bats. That's good for a .308 average. No home runs. Here's the pitch. Again, popped up. This time the shortstop. McNair takes it. And that is the inning. So the Red Sox tie the score at 1 with the home run from Ramirez. And we're going to the top of the third. Mule Haas leads it off. He'll be followed by Al Simmons and Jimmy Fox against Bronson Arroyo. Arroyo's got 39 pitches in the first 2 innings. Pitch. Ground ball. First baseman takes it. And that is the first out. Al Simmons. Simmons had a hit his first time up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the second. Jimmy Fox. 12 hits and 47 at-bats. 6 of those 12 hits, home runs. Arroyo winds up the pitch. And it's a called strike 3, and that is the inning. So, at the end of 3 innings, we have a tie score here, 1-1. We're going to take a break, and we'll see you on the other side of the break. Okay, we are back here at Fenway Park for the top of the 4th inning, Game 7 of round 1 of the playoffs between the Athletics of 1931 and the Red Sox of 2004. We're tied at 1. Top of the 4th, Mark Bellhorn's going to lead it off for the Red Sox against George Earnshaw. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first out. We go to the top of the order. Johnny Damon, Johnny Damon's 0 for 1. He's got 16 hits and 52 at-bats. Pitch. Ground ball. First baseman takes it. And that is the second out. Nomar Garcia-Parra, the shortstop, 0 for 1. Earnshaw. The pitch. Ground ball, second base. Bishop over to first, and that does it. 3 up, 3 down for the Boston Red Sox in 2004. But we are still tied going to the bottom. The top of the fourth. That was the bottom of the third. Anyway. So, Mickey Cochran will lead it off for the Athletics in the top of the fourth. 0 for 1 on the regular season. Cochran batted .307 with 28 home runs. Pitch. That's a fly ball going back and gone. Right field home run for Mickey Cochran. So the Athletics of 1931 now go ahead 2-1 here in the top of the fourth. That was Cochran's 5th home run of the playoffs. That'll bring up Jimmy Dykes. Jimmy Dykes, 0 for 1 in this game. On the regular season, Jimmy Dykes batted .222, but he had 14 home runs. Arroyo looks in. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the second out. Oh, that's the first out. I'm sorry. Max Bishop with 1 out, nobody on. 0 for 1 in the game. In the regular season, Bishop batted .262 with 13 home runs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the second out. Ed Rommel, the DH, he had a base hit his last time up. Ground ball, shortstop. Garcia-Parra throws him out to end the inning. But the Athletics of 1931 take the lead on the home run by Mickey Cochran. So we're going now to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-1 Philadelphia. George Earnshaw starting the fourth inning with 41 pitches. He's going to face David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, and Trot Nixon. David Ortiz, 0 for 1 in this game. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out. Manny Ramirez had a home run his last time up to get the Red Sox on the board. Pitch. And he walks him. No, he struck him out. Struck him out looking at a curveball. Trot Nixon, 1 for 1. Nixon in the regular season batted .256 with 23 home runs. Here's the pitch from Earnshaw. And that's going to be a base hit. So Nixon is 2 for 2. 2 outs, 1 man on for Jason Varitek. Varitek walked his last time. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Caught by Al Simmons in left field to end the inning. And the Athletics are still on top 2-1. Top of the 5th inning. Eddie Rommel leads it off. I'm going to speed this up a little bit and see if anybody gets into scoring position. And yes, we have now 1 out. Bing Miller is on third. Moose Haas is on first. And Al Simmons, 1 for 2, is at the plate against Bronson Arroyo. The pitch. Fly ball. It's going to be in there for a base hit that's going to score a run. So Simmons has an RBI single and puts the Athletics up now 3-1. So same situation for Jimmy Fox. Jimmy Fox is 0 for 2. Is 1 out and runners at first and third. Pitch. Gets away. A wild pitch. Here comes the runner. It's the second time the Athletics scored on a wild pitch with a runner on third. So now the score's 4-1. Jimmy Fox with a runner on second and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 2 outs. Mickey Cochran, who homered his last time up, steps up. Man on second, 2 outs. And a call for an intentional walk. So Cochran is on first. So it's first and second with 2 outs. Manny Ramirez steps in. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Oh, I thought that was the pitch. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball, right field. Trot Nixon makes the catch and ends the inning. But the Athletics put 2 more runs on the board. And the score is now 1931 Philadelphia 4 and the Red Sox 2004 1. Ken Millar leads it off. We're going to see here now in the bottom of the 5th if anybody gets in the scoring position. And we do. We have 2 outs. Men on second and first for Nomar Garcia-Parra. Earnshaw, 71 pitches here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch. That's going to be a base hit into right field. And it should score 1 run. Bellhorn scores. Oh, it's a double, and Garcia-Parra also scores. So now, on a 2-run double, the score is now 4-3. And David Ortiz is up with man on second and 2 out. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, and that drops in for a hit. Garcia-Parra is coming in, and he's going to score. And tie the score at 4. So now, bottom of the 5th, 4-4 tied score. 2 outs, and man on first for Manny Ramirez. Ramirez already has a home run in the game. Pitch. A base hit. 3 consecutive hits here. Up, and the throw is offline. And here comes Ortiz. And he scores on the errant throw. Actually, it wasn't an errant throw. It was an error on the third baseman. So the Red Sox now take a 5-4 lead as they score 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Still 2 outs. And a man on second for Trot Nixon. Pitch. Fly ball going back. And it's gone. A home run for Trot Nixon. 2-run homer makes the score 7-4. The Red Sox of 2004 take the lead. Wow. Okay, Jason Varitek. That's it for Earnshaw. They take him out. They put in Sal Carter. Sal Carter in the playoffs has only pitched to 2 batters. And he walked 1 of them. In the regular season, in 51 games, he won 2 and lost 4 at a 9.73 ERA. So Doesn't look like the Athletics bullpen is very strong. Jason Varitek, nobody on base, 2 outs. Red Sox score 6 runs, take the lead 7-4 here. His pitch, and a called strike 3 that ends the inning. But the Red Sox score 6 runs on 4 hits, and they now lead the 31 Athletics 7-4, going to the top of the 6th. Max Bishop will lead it off. I'm going to quick play this until somebody's in scoring position, and nobody. Nothing across in the top of the 6th. So now we're in the bottom of the 6th. Kevin Millar. We're going to hit this one. Carter is still in there. Nothing across. We go to the top of the 7th. Top of the order for the Athletics. Big Miller is 2 for 3 against Arroyo. Arroyo's got 89 pitches in the game. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. And it's caught by Ramirez at second base. At left field. First down. Moose Haas. Pitch. That's going to be a base hit. Oh, no. Caught on a line drive. Extended. He gets it. Wow, that was some catch. 2 outs. Al Simmons. Pitch. Fly ball. Right field. And it's gone. Al Simmons homering to right field makes the score 7-5 now. Athletics are not out of it. That'll do it for Bronson Arroyo. And the Red Sox bring in their ace, Pedro Martinez, to hold these Athletics and win this game. Jimmy Fox is up. Jimmy Fox is 0 for 3. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the inning. Philadelphia makes it a little bit closer with the home run by Jimmy Fox. By Al Simmons. And the score is now 7-5. Red Sox of 2004 over the Athletics of 1931 in Game 7 here. Bottom of the 7th. Sal Carter still on the mound. Johnny Damon, top of the order for the Red Sox. Pitch. Fly ball in the gap. And it's off the wall. That's a double for Johnny Damon. So Damon's on second, nobody out for Nomar Garciaparra. Pitch. And it's a walk. So now it's first and second, nobody out. And David Ortiz, 1 for 3 in the ballgame. The pitch. Ground ball. This could be 2. Over the second for 1. Over the first, double play. But Damon is on third base with 2 outs now. And Manny Ramirez. 2 for 3. One of the hits is a home run. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Shortstop. McNair takes it. Ends the inning. So the score is unchanged at 7-5 here. We go into the top of the 8th. We take a quick break. And we'll bring you the rest of the game. Okay, we are back. We're in the top of the eighth. The Red Sox have to get 6 more outs, and they'll advance to the final 4 of the tournament. They put in Keith Foulke. Foulke, in the regular season, had 24 saves and a 3.96 ERA. In the playoffs, he's lost 2 games. 2.35 ERA in 7 innings. Mickey Cochran, who homered his last time up, is up to lead off the 8th. Here's the pitch from Foulke. Fly ball, short right field. Bellhorn takes it on the run. Out number 1. Here is Jimmy Dykes, the third baseman. 0 for 3. Pitch from Foulke. Long fly ball, way back, over the Green Monster for a home run for Jimmy Dykes. That makes the score 7-6. Can't count these Athletics out. So, 7-6 now. Max Bishop, the second baseman, is up. 1 out, nobody on. And that's a fly ball to right field. Trot Nixon makes the catch, and that's the second out. Eric McNair, he's 2 for 3 in the game. The pitch, and he walks him. So the Athletics stay alive. They put in a pinch hitter for Rommel, Phil Tote. Tote's got 3 at-bats with 2 hits, and one of the hits was a home run. So they're banking on him to come in the clutch situation. Here is the pitch, and there is a fly ball, and Nixon, it's a base hit. So McNair goes to third on the base hit by Tote. Top of the order, Big Miller, tying run on third base, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Foulke. Ground ball, third base. Throws over to first. They get the out and end the inning. But the Athletics of 1931 score another run and come within 1 run of the Red Sox here in Game 7. Bottom of the 8th, Trot Nixon. Nixon 3 for 3 with a home run against Sal Carter. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, right field. Big Miller takes it for the first out. Jason Varitek, 0 for 2, steps in. Pitch. Ground ball, first base. Oh! He takes it himself, Jimmy Fox, and that's the second out. Kevin Millar steps in, 0 for 3, against Sal Carter. And he hits him. So, Millar is on. Bill Muller, 0 for 3, steps in. Pitching change for the Athletics. They put in their ace, Lefty Grove, try and get the last out of the 8th inning without any more damage. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that does it. So, the Athletics have 3 more outs to try and come back and tie this game in the top of the 9th. Leading off, Moose Haas against Keith Folk. He'll follow by Al Simmons and Jimmy Fox. So they have their best hitters coming up in the top of the 9th. Here is Moose Haas. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle, base hit for Haas. Al Simmons comes up. Haas on first. Nobody out. And there's another base hit. No, Dayton makes the catch. On the line drive, so that's the first out. Jimmy Fox. Fox 0 for 4 in this game. Keith Folk. And a little number over the second for 1. And that's the second out. So the Athletics down to their last out here at the top of the 9th, trailing 7-6 here in Game 7. 1 more out, and the Red Sox of 2004 advance to the Final 4 here in the GLB. Mickey Cochran got 1 home run. Here he is against Folk. Pitch. And he walks him, and the the Athletics stay alive. Tying run on second base now for Jimmy Dykes. Jimmy Dykes hit a home run his last time up. That was his first home run of the postseason. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is the ball game. So the Red Sox of 2004 hold on here in Game 7 to advance to the Final 4 of the playoffs here in the GLB. Well done. Great game. Great game. We finished today. Now we go to the playoffs and the Final 4. Detroit Tigers of 1984 playing the Pittsburgh Pirates of 1909, and the 1954 Cleveland Indians playing the Red Sox of 2004. And the winners of those 2 matchups will go to the World Series. So that was a pretty amazing game. Hope you had fun watching it as I had fun calling it. And we will come back in the next episode and bring you the Final 4 of the GLB Season 4. Until then, have a good day. I'll see you on the next one.